And do you use any technical things you do to make kick and bass work together?
Probably the trick I chose you where you just kind of like try to be too reliant on like a mastering plugin or compressor. You want it to feel live under like in the session. You don't want to, when you put your whole master chain on it, it should already be pretty fucking clean. That should just give you a little bit more, you know? I'm excited about, like I said, Ozone 11 has like this AI. I have not learned how to use it very well, but I'm just trying to learn it. It does kind of like a reading of what you're having done. It's like, oh, how can I add? But honestly, on some of these AI programs, like your students might hate this, but like Suno and Udio, if you put a song that's already finished that you have and just check the remaster, it gives you things that you're like, oh, that's kind of interesting. It's not going to sound great. You're not going to want to rip it off there and put it on there, but you're like, oh, you know what? This hi-hat has like a fizzle like in that sound now that actually adds to the character that you're not going to know. So that's another tool of AI. I'm a fucking proponent of AI, like not just to do the job for you, but when you see what I've done with it, you can tell I take a little bit of it and then rework it into records. The same way I was showing you how to like do those vocal chops, that was my gimmick for a while. Like nobody was doing that. By the time a big producer came out with like a lean on cover, like a copy, I was like, it's done now. There's like 3 songs with that same sound, so it's time to move on. That's what's my next gimmick. It really is about gimmicks. When it comes to dance music, you want to hear something that's like, oh, I never heard that before. Like now we're on the semi-vergy kind of like UK bass. Everybody's using Respace, which has been around for a while, but I just love the way it feels. Like Respace kind of feels like the sub or whatever of like 10 years ago. Every time I hear Respace in a song, I can hear a female vocal on it, like just coming out a cappella. It's so nice. Or I hear like a big moving one with a fucking big UKG beat. It just feels like the sound of like right now. And you know, maybe in 2 years, we're going to go back to fucking sirens and shit. One of my funniest stories is like, I had just done Chris Brown, Look at Me Now, and I was like working on some like funny kind of like heavy hip hop trap beats with like kind of Dutch synth sounds because no one had done that yet. I was like, oh, I'll just use these sounds because it's kind of impacting the club. Like Lil Jon was using a lot of them. I remember I had a session with Kanye and we were doing work on Watch the Throne, and I was playing some of my beats and Kanye looks at me and he goes, stop fucking with those clown sounds, Diplo. And I was like, all right. That was my message that's dead too. I got to move on to, if Kanye was like, fuck with the clown sounds. One thing cool about that Kanye session was that we were working Washington. He brought in T-Pain and just to like kind of catch a vibe with him. And T-Pain came in, had his auto-tune setting on there. And the whole reason Kanye wanted T-Pain in there because he wanted to rip off his auto-tune settings. And T-Pain had his own engineer. And T-Pain left that place with the computer. No one got to touch his computer. He was like because he was the guy that created.
That's my sound.
Yes. And I think Kanye ended up doing 808s and Heartbreaks and had like his own thing, but T-Pain had like locked in that texture, that sound. So yeah, be careful. Also, when you have a gimmick that you've done, don't worry about people copying it. It's going to be done real quick. It's up to you to move on to the next, whatever the next thing is.
Amazing.